Megan. My husband and I and our 4 children recently moved to this area from Northern California. A catalyst for us moving was a nearly 2-year-long battle with the school board and superintendent that in the end we realized they were more committed to their own agenda. It started when a 5-year-old transgendered student was in one of our child's classrooms. The mother of this student was an activist mom pursuing a personal agenda through fundraising to raise money for an organization called Welcoming Schools. When we looked up this organization, it was a curriculum-based program that they were hoping to institute in our school as a pilot program under the guise of an anti-bullying campaign / diversity training. However, by their own account on their own website, this was a pro-LGBTQ organization with emphasis on transgender. We brought our hesitations up with the principal, who told us we should take this up with the superintendent. When we met with the superintendent, we highlighted our concerns. Our concerns, as stated, were that this particular organization was a narrow focus program that was biased in its sole consideration of the LGBTQ population. We felt this did not accurately represent the student body at our school. Nor was it inclusive or protective for all ethnic, socioeconomic, gender, and religious populations that made up our student body. Another concern that gender education in elementary school is too young and unnecessary. Why endorse this program? There were so many other less inflammatory programs already in existence that fulfill the anti-bullying diversity training. Why were the parents not informed, and how would they go about bringing awareness to the parent body? There were questions of funding. The PTO seemed to be holding funds for this parent with no 501c3 nonprofit set up. This was a secular setting. Why was this belief-based LGBTQ program allowed to be considered? If I brought up faith-based anti-bullying curriculum, it would be rejected on the basis of this being a secular setting. We were told at the time that Welcoming Schools would be on hold. They would vet other educational programs and consider other options. We were told that the teacher training would be placed on hold as well. They would not move forward with that until we met again. When we met again a few months later, we brought our research and alternative program options, and we were told this was all in vain. They had made a selection, and the selection was Welcoming Schools. Further, the teacher education training had already taken place. The superintendent had lied to us. Important to note, it was originally stated that this was a teacher training that would not impact the students. It would not be in their classrooms, when in fact this teacher training was how to teach this curriculum. It included rhetoric such as any religious belief or anything you think you understand walking in the door was biased. Further, we were told this was an optional training when in reality there was a call for all staff to attend. Teachers feared for their jobs if they spoke out against this or did not attend. At this point, we felt our only option was to protect our own children in the midst of this now accepted curriculum-based program. We sat down with our first grade teacher and asked that any sensitive material or anything related to family values that we be notified and alerted prior to the occurrence in the classroom. This was met with confusion and challenge as to why and how these topics hadn't already been discussed and or how we would pursue this. We asked to be notified to opt our child out, and we were told that this was not an option. We informed our teacher that this violated our First Amendment right. Because, however, this new program was in fact adopted as curriculum, we were told we did not have the option to opt our child out. Currently, with the consideration of CRT and the already present wit and wisdom, we find ourselves in a very similar fight here in Tennessee. With the lack of transparency, poor vetting, and unelected committees making recommendations for curriculum, these are red flags. My hope is that my cautionary tale will inspire you to get involved, take courage, and stand up. If we stand up, we can make our voices heard. The difference, too, that I see here is that the heart of Williamson County is in agreement. Where we were 1 or 2 families fighting in California, here we are the majority. So take heart and let that give us courage.